Hey up Switchheads, how's it going? Kanan here and welcome to my review of Toon Shooters 2, The Freelancers. A shooter action arcade game by 4Rats, the people that brought us the cheap and cheerful but incredibly good fun Smash Club. And before we get into any of that, let me mention our community Discord, where we get up to different shenanigans each and every week with loads of streaming and the like, link below. And let's see if these Toon shooters can reach the dizzy heights of the Wall of Fame, or whether it's going to crash and burn in the Wall of Shame, or somewhere in the middle. Gameplay. Okay, so this is a 2D side-scrolling shooter, which will see you not just going from side to side, but also kind of like up in a direction and down in a direction as well. As with their other game, there are loads of characters to level up and the like and to use within the gameplay. Some obviously familiar type feeling to them to the other game, and I believe because it's the same people, they've used some of the same characters. Maybe that's a trait of theirs. And I've seen this in other game franchises as well. Now, handily enough, they've actually made it quite easy to explain the game. So here we go. So leveling up. Yes, you can level up your character and you get better shots and things like that. You can pick up power-ups as you go along, and this basically is kind of like leveling up as well, but you can lose them when you die. You can also charge your shot by just pressing in A, and that will make it either blue stage or green stage, and either both are bigger and better than your normal shot and will destroy things more easily. And then each character gets a special like weapon that they get to use, but you only get a certain amount that you can use, and you can put this up later as in the amount that you actually get to use. Each of these look different and kind of give a different style to play and feel to the game. And then you can spend your hard-earned coins that you earn whilst you're actually playing to unlock pets as well. And as well as them, you can spend your hard-earned dough on upgrading each and every character themselves, i.e. weapons, health and ammo, more health, more better weapons. The game also has boss battles at the end of each stage not being too long to outstay its welcome, but the boss battles are actually quite unique, each doing a different thing. I will also say quickly here that the whole game can be played in touchscreen as well. Yes, the whole thing can be played in touchscreen. It's a little bit weird, but it does kind of work. It also has online leaderboards, which is cool as well, and it's multiplayer. I couldn't get a game, but the game wasn't released before I actually recorded this, so unfortunately I couldn't do that. But it's also local co-op as well. And so there's a total of 2 chapters, and the first one has 10 levels to it and an actual ending kind of thing, which is pretty basic but is kind of funny at the same time. And then there's chapter 2, which to me felt like it ramped up the actual difficulty, and as actually doing this review, that is where I was stuck on. So whereas I'm playing it in normal level, there's 3 different levels and I'm stuck here and find it difficult to get past. So I'm getting a bit of longevity out of my 2 squid had I paid that much for it. All the levels are different enough to feel fresh. There are quite a few different enemies, some quite good nods to different genres, shall we say. I'm not going to go into that again like last time. And although it's all pretty basic, and yes, it comes from a mobile phone game before everyone starts shouting at me, and that can show through from time to time when you run out of all your continues. It kind of like asks you to continue, as in, I believe, paying to continue, but it won't let you actually do that, which is weird because obviously you don't pay to continue in this. So I think they kind of like left that in by mistake, but it's no biggie. This game seems to be a little bit longer, I suppose 2 hours depending on your skill base. I still haven't completed it, so it's a little bit harder than Smash Club, as I managed to whip through that in about an hour or so, I think it was. You do seem to be getting a lot for your actual money for that £2 or $1 spend in this game. It's not exactly the highest production I've ever seen for an actual game, but it's given you 4-player online, it's given you couch co-op, and it's also given you quite a bit of fun. It's a funny, fun little game. Graphically, you can change them from fast, good or best, which is pretty cool because, you know, most games of this sort of ilk don't give you those sort of options. And there's some pretty neat little ideas and graphical like nods to everything as well. I think the game actually looks quite nice in a very cartoony way that kind of nods to different things, and you can tell they've not taken themselves too seriously and that they've got a sense of humor as well. Some of the actual boss levels and like set designs and everything are quite cool and kind of thought about. Again, it's pretty neat. The audio in this game is kind of like, again, like the actual Smash Club. It's what you expect it to actually do, the lasers and all that lot, but it's the music that actually sets this apart. I really did enjoy the music. It was fun, beaty, and was a bit different to the retro style things that you see in these games all the time. It was a bit of a breath of fresh air. It just felt really cool, and I kind of like was bopping along to it quite a lot. The good. Again, it's quite cheap with a lot to offer. That soundtrack is really cool. Loads of different characters and a good sense of humour. The bad. Again, it has that air of it used to be a mobile game, which it did. When you run out of continues, I can't see a way of actually getting more. So it kind of makes the game a little bit more difficult within itself. It can be a little bit grindy if you want to unlock everything. The score, and I know that a lot of people are going to shout at me for this, but for me, and I had great fun with this game, but I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I know, it was £2, $1, and I'm still playing it, and I have so much fun with this game you would not believe, and can't wait to be able to actually get it online and play it with other people. And I know it's not a AAA game, it does have some faults, but for £2 stroke $1, I can't see how you can really go wrong. Most people again have that as gold coins in their eShop wallet from buying other games. And so my alternative would be Grood. I have played it, I do own it, I did review it. It's a great little side-scrolling shooter game with some different and decent enough bits into it that kind of like keeps you going and drives you forward. And so with that, if you have any comments about anything you've seen here or heard here, please leave it down below where it belongs. And if you wish, feel free to click that Discord button and join us on Discord for further conversations and even maybe to do some live streaming with the community. Also, as ever, if you've enjoyed anything you've seen here, you know what to do, because life is better when we switch together.